Hey, hey, happy Wednesday. My name is Rakita Franklin, and as always, I am your host of the Authentic Conversation series. So, if I have you joining me today, can you put live in the comments because I want to know who is here with me today? So, we usually have a special guest, but I got great news for you. It's just me today. Yeah, it's just me. So we get to spend some time together. So you gotta tell me what you think about that. So like I said, my name is Rakita Franklin. As you know, I am the CEO of The Social Experience, where I help people connect through reflection, conversation, and the discovery of commonalities. Yes, I do that through my team bonding sessions, which are lovingly known as The Social Experience. So, those are for groups and teams who work together and also for conference networking spaces. So instead of just throwing folks in a room with some music and some hors d'oeuvres and hoping that they meet, no, I make sure that these conversations happen and I facilitate this community building within a conference networking space. And your girl also has workshops and keynote addresses on topics surrounding self discovery, communication, and you guessed it, community building. So, again, welcome to the Authentic Conversation series. If you want to make sure that you catch them every week, I have put the link to the email list. Join the tribe so I can send you reminders every week so that you know how and when to find me. So please join the email list. So let's get into it today. I know that there are no special guests, but as you know, everyone here is a guest at the Authentic Conversation series. So, as always, I do want to ask, what is bringing you joy today? So, if you're in the room, if you're in a place to be, please let me know what's bringing you joy today. And as I wait for you to tell me what's bringing you joy, let me tell you what's bringing me joy. So, I woke up early. Waking up early has been a challenge, but since the sun is coming to greet me a little earlier these days, I've been able to get up early, have some time to myself, and kind of slowly get into my day. But what I'm really excited about, I'm lighting my grill when I get done here. Yeah, so we gonna wrap for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna soak up some sun, and I get to go to my happy place, which is as close to my grill as possible. So that is what is bringing me joy today. Please let me know what is bringing you joy today. So since it's just me, I wanted to have a conversation with you about communication styles. Yeah, I know I told you I do communication workshops, but let's talk about the styles of communication. So, did you know that there are like people have different styles of communication or different ways they communicate with each other? No? Yes? Let me know. So, communication, really, in its most simplistic form, is just the process of giving and receiving messages, and that can be verbal or nonverbal. Very simple, right? Well, even in its simplicity, we all have different ways that we do this. So, think of communication like clothes, right? So, we all wear clothes, but we all do it a little differently. Think of your communication style like that. So, and Stephanie, I'm so glad that you don't have to cook tonight. That sounds amazing. It sounds like you and your husband have some great communication going on so she can get you a night off. Hey now, you got to tell me what y'all having for dinner. So think of your communication style as your clothes. We all do it a little differently. And there's no right or wrong way to communicate, it's just different as far as communication styles go. There's no right or wrong communication style. They're just different. So I want to go through the four main types of communication styles. And I want to start with the intuitive communicator because I am an intuitive communicator. Like in my heart of hearts, so when I'm talking with my friends and family, that is who I am. And I thought I wanted to start there so that you learn a little bit more about me as we go through our conversation today. So, intuitive communicator, what does that mean? All right, folks like me, we like to just jump to the end because we like to give you the big picture. So intuitive communicators are also called imaginers. So the benefits of having someone who can express the full vision and the big picture is that these are the folks that you call on for their out of the box thinking. And these are the people that you bring in when you don't want to do things the way that they've always been done. So that is a benefit of having an intuitive communication style. So when you think of intuitive communicators, I want you to think of Issa from Insecure. Yeah. If I have any Insecure fans here, like put Issa, put Issa in the chat because I gotta know, and I'm always looking for my people. But yes, Issa D, especially once she left I Got Y'all and started doing her own entrepreneurial endeavors, this big vision for the block, that is the intuitive communicator. And you see, she found her someone. She finally found an assistant to help her with some of the process, and she started working with Condola to help with the process. Which leads me to our next. You know what? I was gonna go to our next communication style, but if anything that I have said like resonates with you or with anyone you know, especially Steffi, let me know. Is there anyone here who identifies as an intuitive communicator based on what I said? So, big picture, skip straight to the end. I know when I like movies and books and stuff, I like it when it starts at the end and they're like, I bet you're wondering how I got here. And I'm like, yes, indeed. Give me more. People who communicate in that way, they are intuitive communicators. So, our next communication style is functional. And it's kind of just like it sounds. Like these functional communicators, they make sure that they get things done. They function very well. So they communicate in a very linear way. So they start with point A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. They do things in order. And when they communicate with you or give you instructions, things are usually very much so in a very specific order, in a very specific way. So, the benefit of having this communication style is that you get stuff done, period. And other people around you know that you get things done. So, you are often the implementer on a team. So, when you think of a functional communication style, think of Annalise Keating from How to Get Away with Murder. Do I have any How to Get Away with Murder fans? Oh my goodness. Shonda Rhimes used to have me in a chokehold, okay, on Thursday nights. But yeah, think of Annalise Keating. That is the person that you come to when you need something done, and they're going to tell you exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to get it done. So that is a functional communication style. So I have any functional communicators with me today, please let me know. And if you are new joining me today, this is the Authentic Conversation series, and I really wanted to have some conversations around our communication styles. So, Steffi, you say you're far from that. You're quiet but observant. Ooh, okay. Okay. I think that we might get into it. I haven't covered all four yet, but let me tell you this. It is possible to have a mix of some of the communication styles. Yeah. So the next communication style is emotional. So our emotional communicators are also known as our feelers. They use a lot of emotional language and they want to know the well-being of folks. Like if an emotional communicator asks you how you're doing today, how have you been? They want to know the real answer because chances are they know you're not okay. Or if you're doing wonderful, they know that as well and they want to know how things are going. So that is really the benefit of having this emotional communicator because they are the diplomats in our relationships. They help us smooth over conflicts. They are typically the people that folks will call the glue that holds their friend group together or holds their family together. These are those emotional communicators. Please let me know if you are an emotional communicator. I love having emotional communicators around. There are times when I definitely do want to talk about my feelings a little more in depth, and I want to talk to someone who's really great at listening and really cares about my well being. And if I need help or have some questions, they are also like willing to step in and assist in that way. So if I have an emotional communicator here, let me know. And when you think of emotional communicators, think of, Living Single. So Living Single is one of my favorite sitcoms. Think of Sinclair. Sinclair's a very emotional communicator. She uses a lot of phrases like, and have you thought of how that makes XYZ feel? Or have you thought of how that makes the other person feel? Or there's a time where you did this and it made me feel this way. Have you considered that? They help you consider things from another person's perspective as well. So think of Sinclair James and her woo 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 woo. Yeah, that is our emotional communicator. And our final communication style is analytical. Yes, our analytical communicators, or also known as the thinkers. And maybe this is you, Steffi. Let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But our analytical communicators, they like numbers and data and charts and graphs. They like hard data. And they are typically, how can I say this? Suspicious of others who do not also value hard data. So these are the people that you come to when you need your numbers person. Like I said, I am intuitive. I am an imaginer and a dreamer. So I desperately seek out people who are analytical communicators and thinkers because we need the numbers. We do need the graphs. I ain't gonna create them, but someone will. And that is also a way in which they communicate. They may not give you a lot of words because they have given you the facts and the data, and that is it. So that is the benefit. The analytical communicators, they keep the ship afloat, okay? Because I'm like Tina Turner, what's love got to do with it, right? I love you, but where are the works? The analytical communicators are going to show you where the works are in their data. So that is my brief summary of communication styles. I definitely want to get into it, especially if we have any analytical communicators here. When you think of analytical communicators, think of, do y'all remember the show Empire? Think of Andre Lyon from Empire. He was the business person. He was the person behind the numbers of the full operation. Think Andre Johnson, or if you've watched The Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon, think of Sheldon. Very facts, data oriented. And if you present things to them outside of the realm of math and science and some of those things, it may be a little difficult for them to understand you, and you may need some further explanation. So, that is the analytical communicator, and those are our four types of communication styles. So tell me what you think. Like, what is your communication style? And I'm here to let you know that, like I said before, it could be a mix. Like, at my heart of hearts, just telling you about my day or how I'm feeling. I'm an intuitive communicator, but like I said, you could be a blend. So for me, it is situational. When I'm in a situation, when I am delivering information like I am today, or if I'm trying to tell someone how to cook something or make something, I become a functional communicator fairly quickly. But it takes some time for me to take all of these thoughts and then streamline them and put them in an order that is comprehensible to other people. Um, but with those who I have relationships and friendships with, I am also a very much so an emotional communicator. I want to know how you feel. Even today, I want to know what is bringing you joy. So very much juicy and emotional language. So that is how this hodgepodge of communication styles live within me. but I would love to know how these communication styles live within you or how you express yourself to others, and if that is situational for you as well. I know I'm not unique in that way, and all of the combinations are always interesting for me. So, communication styles are often indicators of how we process information. And there's no right or wrong style of communication, just like there's no right or wrong way for you to process information. Sometimes in the workplace and beyond, we label certain things good or we label certain things bad, and that's simply not the case. They are different, and it takes for us understanding the strengths and those differences so that we can really appreciate that style. Not only appreciate that style, but also be able to communicate in a way so that you can be heard. Like, analytical is probably the least it's the style that I identify with the least. However, I'm able to recognize when I am in communication with analytical communicators, and maybe instead of saying things went well, if I do have a number available, I can say like, "Yeah, sales are up 10% more than last year," instead of saying, "Yeah, we did better than last year." So understanding the person that I am communicating with allows me to adjust my communication just this much so that I am able to be understood by the person that I am talking to. So, Steffi, if I still have you here, please let me know. Please let me know what your communication style is and what are some of the benefits of that style? I know that having the education around knowing what my communication style is has really helped me in the ways in which I communicate with others, being able to detect whether this person is communicating with their emotions versus data, or communicating in a linear way like functional communicators as opposed to a more free form of thinking. So that has helped me a lot. So I want you to think about some of these questions as you've received this new information today, right? So what is your communication style? What are some of the strengths and challenges of your communication style? How do you plan to use this information to become a better communicator? Um, if communication is something that you strive to become better at, one, I want to congratulate you because it's a skill that we use every single day, and it is only to your benefit to want to elevate in that way. But if you're looking to maybe connect with your coworkers on a deeper level, if you're looking to connect with your friends and family more, if you're looking to have more patience as you maybe communicate with your children and understanding what their communication styles is. It doesn't matter what the reason is that you want to improve. One, I commend you on understanding that there's some work that needs to be done. And two, I'm here to tell you that I am now doing personal coaching on how to become an effective communicator. Yeah. Yeah, like that is what I'm doing. I think that it is time. I love talking to folks about their communication styles, and I am launching my coaching program. And it's so crazy that Steffi, that you responded just now. So you said you're more of a listener. I feel like I can't communicate with coworkers if I have nothing in common with them. You know, that is interesting, and it can be difficult if there's no way, like no end to communicate. So I have the social experience I was gonna say communication cards. Conversation cards, and the conversation cards are deeply reflective, and they really help as you communicate with others. Like the question I asked you today, like, what is bringing you joy today? I think that's a really great question to ask someone, especially if you don't have anything in common with them, to learn just a little bit more about the things that make them smile, the things that make their day. Um, there are tons of cards here. How do you want to be remembered? Legacy is important, and the ways in which we live out our legacies are different, and it's really interesting to learn more in those ways. So yeah, we definitely have the communication cards for situations like that, Steffi. I'll try to see if I can put the link in the comments. And I mean, I think this might be a great opportunity for you to learn more about the coaching program with understanding communication styles. Really, just starting with our understanding of ourselves. Understanding of self really does inform the ways in which we connect and communicate with others. So, starting with that very foundational piece, steeped in self reflection and with your own experiences really being the highlight, I think that the coaching program would be wonderful. So, like, if you are interested in learning more about the coaching program, please, please, please join the email list. I can't wait to share more. And being a part of the Authentic Conversation series, you really get the opportunity to learn all of the news first. I haven't announced the coaching program yet with the one-on-one clients. I know I usually do um, workshops on communication, self-discovery, and community, and I usually do the team bonding sessions with large groups. But now I'm doing one-on-one coaching, and it's available for those that are here today. Y'all are the first people to get access. So, Steffi, I am putting the link to our conversation cards in the comments. I think it'd be a really great tool for you to have more meaningful conversations with your coworkers, even if you don't feel like you have anything in common. I'm thinking maybe you just haven't had the opportunity to have some wonderful conversations with them that talk more about their positive experiences and the ways in which they feel about themselves. I think that this will really open a door for you all to have some more fruitful conversations with one another. And I'm telling you, if you are interested in joining the one-on-one coaching, I have also put the link in the comments for to join the email list. Join the tribe so that you can get updates for when we go live. But I want to let you know first that it is coming because I the goal is really to just the goal is to really just make the world a better place one conversation at a time. And communication and conversations are the it is how we live our days. We do it at work, we do it with our children, we communicate with our family members. And in this fast-paced digital world where everything is on our phones, we can order so much from our phones. I think that it's a wonderful time to highlight this lost art in some ways and to really grow in a way that feels good. Yeah, to grow in a way that helps you communicate your feelings, your thoughts, your desires, all of those things. So, this has been a very different edition of the conversation series, the authentic conversation series, because I really want to talk about our communication. I think it's really important. Not I think, it is very important and it's something that's worth talking about, and I'm always here to chat about these communication styles. So, we will be back to our original format, our regular format, next Wednesday at noon, same place, same time. Well, we will use the conversation cards to guide our conversations. So, Steffi, if I still have you here, I have one more question that I want to ask. And then after we ask this question, I'm going to let you go on about your Wednesday, okay? So here is the last question. It is, what have you done in the past week that you're proud of? Ooh, can you see that? Yeah. What have you done in the past week that you're proud of? Hmm. Let's see. So in the past week that I'm proud of, I've been going to the doctors. Yeah, so I moved to North Carolina about a year ago, and I knew that we were looking for a house, so I was hesitant on finding doctors and establishing my primary care physicians just because I was unsure of how long I was going to be in the area and I didn't know where we were going to land. Well, our house getting a house built and it should be finished next month. So now that I have a permanent address, I've started going to the doctors and establishing my primary care and finding the new dentist and all of those things. So actually taking care of myself and of my vessel is something that I am extremely proud of. So if I have any so for those who are here, especially Steffi, I really want to know what have you done in the past week that you're proud of? And it's okay. You don't have to tell me, but I recommend that you tell someone. You're proud that you've lost 4 more pounds on your weight loss journey. Congratulations! Ooh, and you should be proud of yourself. Losing weight, getting healthy, living your best life. If no one has told you that they're proud of you, I'm here to tell you that I'm proud of you, Steffi. So good job. I love this for you. It is really important to reflect on the things that you're proud of because this self reflection, oh my goodness, just it's an exercise in gratitude. And if nothing else, reflecting on what made you proud provides valuable insight into your strengths, into your values, and in your passions. Ooh, that reminds me of this Maya Angelou quote that I like. It says, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you." Ooh. Yes. Okay, Yolanda, leaning into difficult conversations. Okay. I love that you were able to just lean into your discomfort to have the conversations that needed to be done. I'm proud of you. Look at y'all doing great things this week. I am so happy. I'm so happy. Do y'all want to do another question? Because I love learning about what we got going on. I'm gonna shuffle them up like I'm playing cards. Okay, so this is what I want to know. Since I have some newer people here today, what do you like the most about being you? Let me take this banner off. Yeah, what do you like the most about being you? Let me know. I have been doing this seen, loved, and heard guided journal from Tabitha Brown, and it's got me thinking of some of these questions as well. Some of these things about love and what I love about myself, and when did I start loving myself, and all of those things. And what I love about myself is I love the way in which I love others. And it feels good to me because growing up, I don't always feel like I was the nicest person. The lack of self-awareness around just my values, my communication style, the way I was coming off to others, it led to me being very misunderstood and often probably misunderstanding others as well. So this knowledge of self has really informed the ways in which I interact with others, and I love that. That's what I love about me these days. So yeah, well, yeah. What do you like the most about being you? I think I mixed them up in the deck a little bit. Yeah, let me know. What do you like the most about being you? I also love my capacity to learn. And this journey of entrepreneurship has really tested that a lot. Because I've had to learn so much, and I have learned so much in such a short amount of time. So I like that I lead by assuming positive intent. Ooh, that's beautiful. I don't believe that people intentionally mean to cause harm, and that if we take the time to ask questions and listen, it will be beneficial for everyone. Yes, yes, exactly, right? I don't know if I've always led with that positive intent, and I like that I do now, right? And it's the intentionality part about the listening. Like, instead of listening enough to respond, but really listening and seeking to understand and asking those follow-up questions when we don't understand, or even when we think that we do, to confirm that we're receiving the correct information, right? Or with people that we talk to all the time. We just assume that we know what they're gonna say, but we don't. Today's a new day. They may have had new experiences, new thoughts, new inspirations, and really being there and taking that time to listen and to understand. Oh, I love that you are feeling seen today. I love that for us. I love that for us today. So let me tell you something, Yolanda. I am here every Wednesday at noon. You can find me, it looks like you're on LinkedIn, and we use the conversation cards to guide our conversations. So next week we have a special guest. Her name is Kendra Hall. She is a speaker, consultant, and pastor. Okay. So I can't wait to see you next week while we use our conversation cards to guide our conversations. And if you are feeling seen and heard today, what I'm going to do is you DM me. Yeah, you DM me, and I will make sure that you have the links for our conversation cards because I am excited for whatever conversations that you may be having with the conversation deck. So I want to thank everyone for joining me today for the Authentic Conversation series. Like I said, I'm here Wednesdays at noon. Next week, we have special guest Kendra. And what I'm going to do is put the link to the email list in the chat so that you get a reminder every time we go live and you get special news and special announcements. In case you missed it, Yolanda, I am doing personal coaching. Yes, I usually do workshops and keynote addresses on topics surrounding communication, self discovery, and community building. And I'm also doing one on one coaching. So join the email list so that you can get all of the news. I can't wait to see you next week. Thank you so much for joining the Authentic Conversation series. Y'all have a wonderful day.